We are in Islamorada, Florida, the flats fishing capital of the world. Hey everybody, I am Andy Milford Hardy, and tonight we are at the Wednesday night kickoff dinner for the Hawley Tournament. Tonight we're going to be talking to some of the anglers and guides alike who have been fishing our product over the last 2 years. We're going to take a closer look at what they've experienced, highlighted by Craig Brewer and Thane Morgan. Last year they won the greatest tarpon tournament in the world, the Gold Cup. Stick around, here's what they have to say.
Being a new kid on the block, the Hardy, and you've been here forever, basically the capital of fly rod, shallow water fly rod fishing. What have you seen the impact, and how does it affect your fishing, and what do you think of this rod, and how does it affect your clients?
Well, I like one-piece rods, for big fish. I just think it's a big plus. But when you grab a Hardy, the first thing right away is like, it's so light. And you think you got a bonefish rod in your hand. Fishing with Tom Evans, and you loan him a 12 weight, and when you grab this rod, and it's just like, gosh, it feels like a 9 or a 10 weight. It's got a reel on it. It's so light. It's so balanced, and the lightness right away. It's just like, how can you guys keep coming up with lighter and stronger rods? When you think it's already been done, and then here comes the Hardy, and it's incredibly light. And fishing with Tom, and that's the first time I've used him and really heard about him. I was really impressed. Fishing with Tom, it's like, let's see if we can break this thing. And we tied up some leaders with 20-pound and 80-pound, bite tippet, and we hooked, a fair amount of really nice sized fish. In the 120 range to 80 pounds, and we had fish running underneath the boat. And Tom's, oh, it's gonna break, and it didn't break, well, that was a great test. Any rod's gonna break when it's wrapped around the bow of a boat, but it didn't break. And we pulled our fish, we got fish, digging in channels underneath the boat, and broke a hook, straightened the hook out, didn't break a rod. So, that was a big test for Tom and I, is to fight big fish and test the rod, which we do with any rod. Any multi-piece rod that you have would have broke. Anyone, but one-piece rods are a different animal, and this rod being so light, and I liked it because the first time I picked it up, we were just running down on our way out, and there was a school of jacks, and so I just stopped, and he goes, Tom, just try it. I pulled the rod out, and I'm like, holy cow, I didn't worry about the fish. I was like, this thing casts like a dream. So just my first instinct of casting it, and then seeing Tom fight fish, I was just, very impressed with the rod, because it's light, it casts well. I think that's where you come into the picture, is, being a fisherman, different than a designer. You know what you want out of a rod to cast. You fish so much. So I think that's a huge part of this. It casts easily. So I think most people that pick it up, and most people that I've fished with that picked it up, are very happy with it. The first instinct of it is light, and wow, they cast quick. So that's, most of our shots, as you all know, especially here in Florida Bay and stuff, a lot of your shots are only 30 to 50 feet, and it's simple to cast, so it's cool.
What about these rods? I think in particular for women, because now they don't have to muscle a heavier rod. Now they've got a lighter rod.
Well, yeah, women in general, and elderly people, and whatever. It's I don't care who you are, standing there with a sledgehammer in your hand gets tiresome, no matter who you are. So I just think it's the lightness is a key thing, and it's just, it casts great, and it's quick, and I've caught enough fish to I don't ever have to worry about breaking a rod, because when I use multi-piece rods and I tied, I've always, was brought up knowing how to tie your class tippets and doing it the right way, not putting 30 or 40 or 50 pound tests and tying a fly iron. I never go over 20 pound tests. Most of the time fish with 16, and you break rods fighting fish, and you bust your ass trying to catch a fish, and you end up breaking a rod. It's just like, it's all about landing that fish when you hook one. I want to catch them. I want to land them. I want to grab them by the face, and you caught the fish. You know, but that's when rods would break, is when you get them to the boat and you really got the thing bowed, and fish dig underneath the boat, and you know, here you can get somebody to fight a fish that hasn't fought many big tarpon, and I don't have to say anything anymore. I don't have to say, don't do that. Don't, oh, he's going to break the rod. You do not have to say that anymore with the Hawley. You know, you just pull.
Just keep pulling.
Just pull. I've seen some amazing things with people pulling, and it's just like, and it takes a lot of pressure off me of you know, okay, that's good, you know, and go back. I don't have to say a word anymore. Just pull. Just, you know, just, you don't have to worry about it breaking. Sure, it's going to break if the fish digs and gets caught on the side, but it hasn't happened yet. It's happened a few times with Tom and I, you know, where it's just like, oh God.
Bomb's going to go off.
Freaking pretzel, you know, and it's so that's, you know, I haven't, we all used the 9-weight a little bit, but just for tarpon and, you know, trying to break it. And that didn't happen, so it's like, it's a great rod.
Best of both
Pretty
worlds.
too. I like the color.
All right.
So, yeah.
Well, thanhanks, Tim.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right. See you, bud.